The mountain is open for the winter season. We chatted with longtime park skier here in the Valley about growing up skiing. Also, winter is officially here. With that comes wonderful winter sports. We met with the captain of our local Yetis hockey team to discuss their upcoming season. And finally, the Vail Mountain School's boys soccer team heads to the state championship tomorrow. We speak to them on how they are preparing for the big game. All this here and more right now on the Scoreboard. Hey everyone, welcome into the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Blake O'Rulian, and we have quite the show for you today. With Vail Mountain opening up, we wanted to highlight an athlete that went through our local ski club. We spoke to him about all things skiing and how the club helped him excel in the sport. Then, the Vail Mountain School soccer team is in the finals of the state tournament. We talked to them about preparing for the big game. And finally, hockey season is right around the corner. Our local Yetis hockey team only has 21 days until their first game. We spoke to the captain about the upcoming season. Stay tuned for all of this after a short break. We have so many amazing athletes here in the Valley, but none are as world-class as our skiers. We spoke with a great young park skier that grew up in the Valley and went through our very own ski and snowboard club, Vail.
Hello everyone! It is the start of ski season, and as such we need to start talking to some skiers here on the Scoreboard. I'm joined by Lucas, a skier that's looking to go pro here in the Valley. Lucas, could you just say your name again, full name, and sort of why you love skiing so much?
My full name is Lucas Blanche, and I love skiing, park skiing specifically, because mainly the environment, the people that do it are great, and the sport itself is just a really creative, aesthetically and mentally pleasing type of sport.
Oh, absolutely. And how long have you been skiing for, Lucas?
I've been skiing since I was 3 years old. I started park skiing when I was 14, and I started competitively park skiing when I was 17. And I'm 20 right now.
Yeah, so many, many years. Did you grow up in the Valley, or did you start skiing somewhere else?
I did not. I grew up in China, so I didn't ski much there. Yeah. Then I moved to Spain, where I skied a little bit more, and finally when I was 17 I moved here. That's when I really started skiing a lot more days.
Awesome, awesome. You told me off camera that you skied with Ski Club Vail. Could you just describe what that organization is about and how they helped improve your skiing?
Ski Club Vail is basically a program that coaches a bunch of different disciplines in skiing. And you know, there's groups of kids that do certain disciplines and coaches for each one of those. And yeah, I think the coaching and the team environment really helped me improve my skiing.
Awesome, awesome. You love to focus not so much on the ski racing, which is big with the ski club, but on the big mountain and the park aspects. That's sort of a newer aspect of the club. How new was it when you got into the club? Do you remember?
As far as I know, it's been around, at least in Ski Club Vail, for quite some years. Torniator Wallace and Aaron Blunk were in it, I believe, around 10 years ago or something. So it's been around for a while. Definitely newer than racing though.
Yeah. And what sort of competition, or how far did you have to move for competitions when you were in ski club? Were you going all the way to like California, or were you trying to stay mostly in the Colorado state?
Yeah, I generally go on flights to places, California, Calgary, Quebec, mainly around the US, but
very exciting.
Yeah.
Which was your favorite place to ski outside of our beautiful valley?
I would say Mammoth Mountain, California. Not only does it have a couple of great parks, it has some really big old rocks and some fun big mountain skiing as well.
Oh, absolutely. A beautiful mountain, but hard to beat Vail. So What's your sort of favorite trick to do coming out of the park? Do you like rails or jumps better?
You see, that's a hard question. I would say if I had to choose, probably jumps slightly more.
Yeah. And your favorite trick to throw on those
Favorite
jumps?
trick? I've been loving doing switch sevens lately, switch cork sevens, and grabbing blunt, which is the tail of the ski.
Very exciting. Going back, did you compete in both Big Mountain and park competitions when you were away, or just park?
I think I competed in like 1 or 2 Big Mountain competitions in Spain. No, it was never really as much my thing as park though, so started focusing on park a lot more.
Yeah, and when you were doing park, that was just basically lines down, not doing like half pipe or anything like that?
No half pipe. We did not have half pipes in Spain, so I was unable to grow up with one. So it's kind of hard for me to learn at this age.
No, absolutely. And what was the biggest competition you competed in?
I would say Aspen Rev Tour last year. It's on the X Games course in Aspen, and it's basically a World Cup qualifier. So
yeah, you are 20 this year, meaning you're probably not part of Ski Club Vail anymore. What's sort of your plans for the coming winter?
My plans is to compete for one more winter. I'm not gonna be coached, so that's gonna be interesting. Gonna have to see how that goes. Try my best by myself, and I'm gonna try and film some street as well, which is just hitting street rails and street spots on skis, and try and come out with the full part, hopefully.
Well, it's very exciting for everyone that the mountain is just a few days away from opening. Do you think the snow this year will be decent, or does it not really matter for you since you're going to be mostly doing park?
It doesn't matter as much for me as long as there's a nice park open. I do think it's going to be decent though, just judging by how much it's already snowed. I would hope so, at least.
Oh, absolutely. And for anyone wanting to get into park skiing, what sort of advice would you give them? Maybe sort of on the younger side.
I would say, get out there. It might be intimidating at first. You might think you're bad, but just know that no one's judging in the park. It's a very friendly environment. And if you can find friends that can ski park with you, that's key, because that'll keep you motivated and keep you having fun every day out there.
Oh, absolutely. Skiing is such a big part of our valley, and it's so nice to see so many motivated and inspirational athletes trying their best out there. Well, Lucas, thank you so much for talking to us about the park, and good luck in your coming season.
Yeah, thank you very much.
The VMS boys soccer program heads to the state finals this weekend. Their opponent, the Lotus School for Excellence, who they beat earlier in the year 4-0. We speak to the team on how they feel going into the game and how they are preparing.
Hello everyone, we are here at the Vail Mountain School, here celebrating the Vail Mountain School boys soccer team making it into the state finals for 2A. We've met with a number of you guys before, all seniors. How excited are you guys for Saturday?
I mean, we're psyched. I mean, we've been looking forward to this all season. All of us, this was our goal the entire time, and we're just so psyched, so hyped up.
Yeah, we're all really happy to be here. Our one last game, we had the chance to end it out on a win and run in the state championship game. We can't really plan it better, can't really have a better opportunity, so can't wait to just seize the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, this is our last game no matter what, so we're trying to put it all on the field and make history.
You guys have played for a number of years for this team now being seniors. What has been your main point of growth throughout your time playing soccer here at VMS?
I think for me, it's been like more of a presence on the field. I've always been like that quiet kid, not really like speaking up and everything, but this year I feel like I've really grown into that captain role and speaking out and yelling and stuff.
For me, I kind of started late for soccer, started sophomore year, so I think everything I kind of got better at. Kicking the ball, I mean, especially this year, I think I got better at kicking the ball, but I think overall I just kind of really got better at just understanding the game more, learn how to play, just getting better at knowing what to do, and so I feel like that's what I've done.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say my leadership skills have grown, and kind of just playing with the team and playing with the team that means like family, like that we break down with family every time before we play. So kind of just like trying to model that for everyone as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Nolan, you were speaking about family before. It seems like the team dynamic is really important, really close-knit group of players. What sort of things have the coaches and the school done to help form such a tight-knit group that's here?
I mean, this is already a small school, and everybody knows everybody, and it's just we all are so close with each other. I mean, we all want to have like the best final year for everybody, want to be there for each other and stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, I think the coaches are doing a really good job of just trying to bring just a good environment, like a competitive but still fun environment to the team, making drills very team-oriented, working on just building up relationships with each other rather than just working on individual skills, which I think is very, very helpful, you know. Get a little competition in there, have a little fun, have a little friendly rivalry, but also, you know, be like, oh, can't believe this guy's on my team, like that, like make that kind of bond. So coach did a really good job about that.
Yeah, I mean, our school is pretty much built on community since we're K through 12. Every Wednesday, the seniors are always hanging out with our kinder buddies. And also at the beginning of the season, our coaches introduced to us PFG. It stands for Professionalism, Family, and Grit. And we kind of have been modeling our season off of that. So, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. You guys have been preparing all week for this game. You guys played in the semifinals last Saturday, if that's correct. What sort of things have you guys been working on this past week to try and shore up your game for Saturday?
We've been really trying to focus up, get our minds in the right state, and then like not learn too much more, but kind of tone those final things that we need to work on. And yeah, it's been a good week of practice.
We don't really want to give away our game plans. You can't go into like specifics, but we've been working on kind of just like exactly what Thomas said, just refining skills, making sure we know what to do, getting our minds right, probably more than anything, just getting that confidence up, getting that we know we can do it. We just watched film, just trying to learn how the other team plays, and yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, I'd say mentality is a big thing for us. We want to make this next game our best game ever, not just our last game because it was a good one as well, but making this one even better and raising that level of play.
You guys are going into a state championship, something that the school hasn't been to for the boys soccer ever. What sort of things are you doing these next few days to help make sure you're in the right mindset?
I mean, like Nolan said, we're really driven by community, and I think that's one thing that we rely on really heavily is like we're there, like all of our friends and our teachers and younger classmates, middle schoolers, lower schools, they all look up to us and they're all hyping us up in the hallways, giving us high fives. And it's just something that's really special, I think, that's really unique for this school, and I think it's something that really helps us all get in that mindset for that game.
Just exactly what Thomas said, kind of just trying to get our minds right, get our confidence up, just really like know we can do it, visualizing what we're going to do, and kind of just having that support from our school just helps leaps and bounds and getting us ready for it. You know, everyone's talking in the halls like, oh, you ready? You ready? I've had that told me at least 20 times this week, so it's just nice to have that support.
Yeah, I mean, the energy in the building has been super high this week and super exciting, and we just want to go out there and play for the people back here and get our first championship.
Awesome, awesome. You guys played this same exact team, Lotus School for Excellence, earlier in the season and won the game 4-0. How confident are you guys feeling going into this game?
I mean, it's a whole different team. It's been a while since we played them. We can't expect anything, so we're going to come out there, we're going to play our absolute hearts out, and we're going to do our absolute best.
Yeah, it's like Thomas said, it's a whole new team. Like when we played, and they're missing some of their best players. So it's really going to give us a test to see, you know, how we actually do against the real Lotus with their best players. And I have good confidence that we have what it takes to beat them, and we just got to execute and play our game. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, playing a team that we've already played has its advantages and disadvantages, but they're not too similar to how we played them last time. So we have a game plan, and if we execute, I think we'll come out with a win.
Well, it has been so exciting to watch you guys this season. I can't believe you guys are here at the state finals. I'm so excited to watch you guys on Saturday, and no matter how you do there at that game, you should feel really accomplished for how far you guys have gotten this season. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Winter sports are all the rage here in the Valley, and we have the semi-pro Yetis hockey team housed right here in our backyard. The Yetis have been entertaining us for years and are sure to put on great events throughout the entire winter season. We spoke with their captain about the upcoming season and what we are to expect from this thrilling team. Let's take a look.
We love the Yetis here in Vail, and it's really important that we get to know the players as well. And so we've got one of their incredible longtime local players, Rudy Baldwin, joining me. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, let's talk about how long you've been a local in Vail, because it's always really impressive when people have been there or been here their whole lives.
Yeah, I was born in the Vail Hospital, grew up in Edwards, and this is where I grew up playing hockey, right here.
And so let's talk about the start of your hockey career, as you've been doing this for a long time, and you can grow up in the Valley, start as a little one, start here on this ice, and then make your way all the way through all the clubs and everything that they have to offer.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I started as a mini-mite with the Vail Youth Hockey Program, and there was actually a senior team before this called the Vail Mountaineers. And I remember being a kid, going to the games. I wore my game jersey. I got in for free. So I remember being a kid, watching those games, looking up to those guys. And when the Mountaineers were done, I noticed a good dip in the hockey program, and not a lot of kids were participating because they didn't have any inspiration, in my eyes at least. And, since the Yetis has come around for 9 years now, the hockey program has grown a lot. So it's pretty cool to see it all full circle.
All full circle. And how long have you been one of the fabulous players for the Yetis?
I was on and off for 8 years, 7 years, something like that. It's a long time now. I can lose count.
So one of the OG players for the Yetis. Now, some of the exciting news for the Vail Yetis is there's new ownership. Are you excited about the new ownership?
Yeah, I think it's going to be in a good direction for the community, and at the end of the day, that's what this is all about, is bringing the community together for something fun on the weekend to do.
Something way fun, and you guys have a lot of home games, so is there anything particular that you're kind of worried for as we're approaching the hockey season? Any teams that you're kind of like, oh man, they're really good?
Jackson Hole, they're always a good team, so that's going to be opening weekend here, so that will be a lot of fun. I'd recommend coming to that game. But for the most part, all the teams are pretty good, so I would say come to every game.
Come to every game. We've been to a few of the games here at TVA, and we know that you guys are pretty intense out there on the ice. Whether it's skating or whether there's some nice little brawls out there, it's always fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a part of the game, and, I think that it just comes out naturally with us when we all come together.
I can imagine. And now for the team, you guys just held your tryouts. Do you guys have any promising candidates on the tryouts end?
Yeah, some of the usual guys are looking a little old and slow, so we got some new young guns coming in, so it should be a good mix.
A solid division between the two, or break between the two, the old ones and the new guys. And so you're going to continue to play for the Yetis, correct?
That is correct, yeah.
And if you had to say that you guys had faced one challenge in the rink last year as a team, what would it be?
That's a hard question to answer. I don't know. It's just, we all got families and lives and jobs, and so we're all trying to come in together and be committed and be a team, and find that balance between the two.
And I feel like that's always the trial and tribulation here in our community, because everyone wants to work really hard, but everyone wants to play really hard too. And this is a great way to get that play out by coming to the games on the weekends.
Yeah, cheapest beer in town as far as I know, so why not?
That's the best thing I've heard all day. Thank you so much for taking the time chatting with us, giving us all this information. Now, if a kid here in our community is watching this and you have one piece of advice you could give them as a hockey player, what would it be?
Always try your hardest, because then you can have no regrets when you're all done with it, because everyone ends up in the same place, and that's on the Yetis or in beer league, so it's pretty fun.
I love it. Now, if you have any recommendations for anyone trying out for the Yetis, Any piece of advice there?
Back check. He'll probably make the team.
Rudy, thank you so much for giving us all this great information, taking the time chatting with us, and thanks for being so fun to watch out there on the ice.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hope to see you guys this season.
Oh, you'll see us. I have the loudest scream in the valley, and I like trademark that. Make sure that you come check out the Yetis games. That way you can see Rudy play, because it is a ton of fun.
That's all the time we have for this episode of The Scoreboard. A huge shout out to both our Battle Mountain soccer team as well as our Vail Mountain soccer team for making it to the state finals tomorrow. If you want to show your support for the teams, they will be playing over at the Switchbacks Widener Field in none other than Colorado Springs tomorrow. The Vail Mountain School boys are playing at 9 a.m. and the Battle Mountain boys will be playing at 3 p.m. Check out The Scoreboard next week for our exclusive interviews with each team. If you have any story ideas, email them over to us at scoreboard@tvavail.com. We cannot wait to hear from you. As always, visit us at our website, thescoreboardnation.com, to see content that you might have missed. For everyone here at The Scoreboard, I am Blake O'Rourke, and we will see you all next time.